Welcome to episode...
No idea.
I'm not sure either. I think it's 21.
Why do you even say that every time?
I don't know.
Start it.
My name's James.
I'm Jordan.
This is potentially the first ever video podcast sort of thing.
Yippee. So stoked.
Jordan, when did you find out about this?
I don't know.
About
5 minutes ago.
15 seconds ago. To start off with, I messaged you earlier about something. Do you remember what that was?
No, you message me all the time.
I said that I have a meth story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A good meth story.
I don't know if it's good. It's definitely... It has meth in it.
They're
so.
always good. Well, like actual meth. Did you
Yeah.
see it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow. So you just saw meth head.
No, I didn't see anybody. This was a conversation I had where somebody added me on Snapchat from Tinder. Because I have my Snapchat in my bio.
Oh.
Because I'm desperate.
Yeah, okay.
And she's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And I was like, "Oh, what?" And she's like, do you mind if I get high while we hang out?" And I was like,
No. So she was more like, "Hey, do you mind if we hang out?"
Probably, but this was over text. So.
Okay, right.
We're inferring that.
Well, what did she look like?
I don't know. I deleted her from Tinder.
Okay. Anyway, go on.
But she didn't look like a meth head.
If it was a real picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like not one from this year or something. Put it on the coaster, dude. Come on.
Can't reach the coaster.
We'll move the coaster. That's dangerous. So I was like, what? And she went, "Do you mind if I get high when we hang out?" And I was like, I mean, there's no smoking in my building, but I guess if you want to like vape and eat edibles, that's fine. And she's like, "Oh no, it's not weed." I was like, "What is it?" I was expecting cocaine. I was hoping for cocaine.
Right, because that way you don't have to smoke it.
Right. And then she was like, "It's meth." And I was like, "Okay, this conversation is over."
So did she just think that you looked like a meth head?
I don't know.
You would have gotten robbed.
Probably.
Yeah. No, probably for sure.
I'm glad that I didn't take her up on the offer. I kind of wish I had that save state thing that Rick and Morty had, where it's like you can reset, you can make a save point and then do something stupid and then go back.
That would be an experience.
And then I could have had the meth head steal all my shit. It would have been really funny.
That's a weird one. Yeah. Yeah, that's I probably would have said no to that as well.
It was exciting. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Over that 5-minute conversation.
Right.
Lindsay was very surprised. I believe her exact reaction when I brought this up to her earlier today, because this happened today.
Okay. Yeah.
I brought it up to Lindsay, a mutual friend. And she said, in all caps, "LOLOL, what the fuck?" So. And Lindsay's a pretty normal person, I would say.
Yeah,
she's not a freak like the two of us.
I just like how you were like, I mean, there's no smoking in the apartment. But if you want to like vape some weed or something,
well,
no, it's meth.
That's like most of my experience when people talk about getting high has been on weed. Like,
yeah,
because I'm not in those circles.
No, I don't even know any meth heads.
We know some cocaine heads.
Yeah.
Which is why that was like my secondary was cocaine.
Right.
Like that's a step up from weed.
The meth is a weird one too because doesn't that last like 6 hours? I've never done meth. I'm not.
So I looked it up.
Yeah, it's like a 6-hour long high, right?
It said that the high wears off very quickly. Actually.
For smoking it?
I don't know. They just said on like the Food and Drug.gov.
Yeah.
That usually when they're doing
trying
meth,
to like get you to not do meth. They're not telling you how fucking awesome it is.
Like, they're taking our medicine and giving us poison.
Don't ask them. You're not going to get correct information off of that website.
Yeah,
you need to go directly to the source. Find somebody who does meth and be like, how long does it last? What does it feel like?
According to the lies that I've been told.
Oh shit! I actually do know a meth head.
Okay.
I used to work with a guy.
Yeah,
I used to work with 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Did I tell you about the guy who used to collect the metal?
Yes.
Yeah, so no, that was a different guy. There was another guy that I worked with who actively was on meth
That's
when I was
cool.
working with him.
Do you still have his contact information?
His Facebook profile started getting real weird. And I don't know. I haven't seen him. Haven't seen him around. Probably dead. I have no idea.
Interesting.
But yeah, he had a lot of stories.
Do he ever tell you about how long the meth high lasted?
He said that you can drink as much as you want when you're on meth, and it doesn't make you drunk. What was that noise?
That was my computer.
Okay.
I have an Adobe Creative Cloud update.
Yeah. No, that's all he told me. And I think he said it lasts forever. But I don't think he was saying like literally forever. I think he was more
Maybe
like
it's like slow-mo from Dread.
No, I'm pretty sure
Where
it's
time
more like
slows
fast mode.
I did the math on that. Did I tell you about that? I did the math on how long, like based on a human being's terminal velocity from 200 meters or whatever, however tall they say the building is. It lasts it like, and then you multiply that by how many times slow-mo slowed stuff down. It was like 1% or something. And it lasts like that fall when they push all those people off would have lasted like over an hour.
Yeah, but I mean, not a bad way to go, right?
Is it not a bad way to go?
Like, isn't it
Getting
fun?
skinned?
Skinned?
Yeah, they got skinned, and then they got shoved off this building.
Oh, I don't remember them getting skinned.
No, they got skinned.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, I
good
don't
movie.
remember
that. Moving on to the next topic after the meth story. We're gonna try
crystal meth.
no, heroin, black tar. We're gonna try this beer that was given to us by a podcast supporter, podcast superfan Matt. It's called Triple Stack. There it is. I might steal that.
And that is a stack of potatoes.
No, it is not a stack of potatoes, Jordan.
Let me see the picture.
That is a stack of pancakes.
That's what I meant. I don't know why I said potatoes.
I'm glad that you did say potatoes. This is 9.7% alcohol by volume, 1 pint. Ingredients: water, barley malt, wheat malt,
Potatoes.
flaked wheat, maple syrup, hops, yeast.
There's maple syrup in that?
Yeah, there is. Do you want to shake it up and spray it all over you?
No.
Like,
although, if you could get pulled over and they're like, what's that smell? I could be like, pancakes. I think, so these beers, now I've looked it up, they were actually made for heavy drinkers who don't want to smell like alcohol. They want people to think they've had a delicious breakfast when really they just crushed one of those before going into work.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What's it smell like? Does it smell like breakfast?
No, it smells like beer.
Okay.
I'll hand the can over to you. I'm very excited. It looks like piss.
Most beer does.
Here we go. We're going in.
Hold on.
Oh, he's sniffing it.
Yeah, there's like maybe a hint of maple syrup in
You
there.
have more experience with beer than I do.
There's a hint of maple syrup, like a sweetness to it.
A mapley sweetness.
Okay.
All right, we're going in.
That's actually not bad.
It's not, but it's
No.
strong.
No, it's not. It's not. I thought it'd be all like syrupy, even though that's one of the flavors. I mean like the it's goes down very smooth.
Feels like it coats your tongue. Ugh. I don't like that.
I don't think it does.
Ugh. Not a fan. I'm gonna give that a 4 out of 10. I'm introducing a rating scale, by the way.
4 out of 10. I would give it. I would say drinkability. I feel that's something people say, right?
Sure.
I don't think you'd want to like drink an entire can of this.
Probably not. It's 9.7%.
And after the second sip, I kind of think it's almost tastes like really cheap beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this probably wasn't, but it reminded me of like Steel Reserve.
Never had it.
Okay, people mix it with orange juice because it's so gross. But I mean, no, this can't be that bad. I mean, it reminded me immediately of like when we used to get like 40s of like the cheap stuff.
Right, yeah. Back in the day. Back in your college days.
Yeah, I don't like that anymore.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's awful. I'd say I'd give it a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10?
But the only reason is because it reminded me of those really disgusting cheap beers. So, to be fair, I haven't drank one of those in years, so I would have to have one of the little natural
smash cut
or the daddy
us getting
daddies.
Cranked is absolutely torqued.
No, so I mean that's not I can't fairly compare that to Steel Reserve. So yeah, I give it a 5 out of 10.
So that's an average score of 4.5.
Yeah, it had like
I did math there on the fly.
A little bit of that like I don't know. It doesn't have that skunky taste to it that cheap beer does.
Right.
But it reminded me of it.
So it's got like the flavor profile, but not the overall essence.
Yeah, like this is the kind of beer that somebody would buy if they just wanted to be like, wow, that's weird.
Which is about what happened here.
Yes, exactly. Not something that somebody's like, nobody's going to the shelf like, oh my God, it's back. This is my favorite
It's
beer.
not Pumpkinhead.
No.
Or something like that.
Pumpkinhead makes sense. I mean, it kind of tastes like pumpkin pie, but like.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a shit ton of it if you want some.
Like, this is maybe like they're trying to do that, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Triple stack.
Yeah.
4.5 out of 10 collective score.
Yes.
From
two people.
Can I talk about how I got just the most drunk I've ever been in my entire life the other day?
If you want.
So, I don't know if the audio listeners can see this, but if you go to a YouTube channel, I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know where this is going. It'll go somewhere. Once I figure that out, if you go watch this video, you may notice that I'm wearing my Extra Life 2021 sweatshirt, and I'm drinking out of my Extra Life 2021 coffee mug. That's because Extra Life was 2 weeks ago. Right after the last podcast we recorded.
Right.
And on Extra Life, the last segment that they do before their closing statements is they do the Team Nice Dynamite, which is Michael Jones and Gavin Free. And for every elite donation, which is $1,337, they have to do a thing. 1 year is getting shot by paintballs. This year is getting a soccer ball kicked at them by a professional soccer player.
What does this have to you just started this with, let me tell you a story about the most drunk I've ever been.
I'm prefacing this.
Okay, well, speed up.
So, it's really hard for me to remember, okay?
Okay.
So I decided that for every elite donation that somebody did, I was going to take a sip of whiskey.
Just a sip, not a shot.
Well, here's the thing. It probably was more like a shot because I took a big sip at the first one, like as much liquid as my mouth could contain, and then swallowed that.
So this is a gulp, is what you're saying. Okay.
Basically. And then I did that 7 times in the span of about 10 minutes. And then I violently threw up into my trash can, which I had prepared because I knew that there was a very good chance that I was going to need it. And then I stopped drinking after that, and I don't remember much of the rest of the closing ceremony.
7 shots of whiskey. That's nothing.
I know. I'm a little baby. I'm not used to alcohol. It was fun, though.
You had a fun night. Yeah. Okay.
I had a blast.
I was probably here when you were doing that, too, because I left my jacket, and I showed up, and like I just grabbed it and didn't say anything.
Good, because my door was locked.
No, you had it open.
No, my
your other one?
Actual door.
Yeah.
So
if I
couldn't
had to
have gotten in if you wanted to.
But I would have just seen you with vomit all over the... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was pretty late. It was like 9 o'clock.
No, I was there earlier.
Yeah. I was probably not drunk by then. So that's the alcohol talk.
We had the alcohol talk.
Next
No
up,
cigarettes?
sex ed.
Sex ed?
Yep.
Where are you going with this one?
I don't know. We can talk about Ghostbusters a little bit.
Wait, whoa. You just said sex ed.
Yeah, because it's like,
Is Ghostbusters related to
no,
sex ed?
I was just thinking of what's, you have like an alcohol talk, you have a sex ed talk.
Oh, so that's not
I was
actually
just
what
making
we're
a
talking
joke.
about?
No.
Oh, man, I thought you were going to throw down something you learned recently.
No.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear do you know the ghost blowjob in Ghostbusters Original Recipe Ghostbusters?
What about it?
That was supposed to be a whole thing where they were in like a medieval castle dressing up, and then Ray got an actual blowjob from an actual ghost, and then something happened, they had to cut that scene, but somebody somewhere was like, we're not making this movie unless the ghost blowjob scene is in it. So then they had to make it into a dream.
Was it a dream?
Yeah, in the finalized movie, yes.
I'm pretty sure he's awake during that.
Nope, he's sleeping.
No, he's not. Now rewatch it.
Okay,
He's in bed.
I've seen it many times.
But does it do that wavy thing?
Yes,
where
it literally does that.
No.
And then he like rolls out of bed because he's getting a wet dream from a ghost blowjob.
I think the wavy part in this was really like he was getting like roofied by the ghost.
Motherfucker.
It happened for real.
No, it didn't. Fuck you. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
2021. No spoilers.
Yeah.
No
spoilers.
No spoilers. What
is
did you
there
think?
to spoil? I thought
There's lots of stuff to spoil. The entire ending of the movie.
It's a movie. Yeah. Saw that coming a mile away. You can look up the cast on it.
You can, but you shut up. I don't want to have to cut this out of the video too. You're making more work for me.
I'm not going to ruin Ghostbusters Afterlife for people.
I thought it was good. I've seen it twice. You've only seen it once, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's all right.
I enjoyed
Watchable.
it. I think that the ending is worth the rest of the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think the Paul Rudd was amazing.
The Polaroid?
What? Huh?
What?
Paul Rudd.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about? The Polaroid?
I think that Paul Rudd was amazing.
Yeah, I think he did a good job.
I like the most of the kids.
No, the cast is very good.
Not a huge fan of Podcast.
He's just supposed to be an annoying kid.
Yeah, he's just a little too much, I feel.
Oh yeah, you think?
In my opinion. In my humble professional movie critic opinion.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He's got one fan. You know how many fans we have?
20, I think.
I'm calling you. I think it's 1.
No, we've had like 20 or 30 listens on one episode.
Yes, but then we also said we don't know how long they were listening for.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 2 people have listened to it.
Yeah, probably.
That is a fact.
I think they're too long. I don't know who wants to sit through a fucking hour-long podcast.
I listen to hour-long podcasts all the time. Most podcasts I listen to are over an hour and a half.
Yeah, I can never get through them.
You don't work in a job where
if I was driving all the time, maybe.
You can do that.
Yeah.
I also listen to audiobooks.
Yeah, I can't exactly. I have to like help people. I can't just put headphones. Other people do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if this was like, it was creeping up to just people being like full on lazy and like, breaking the rules at work type stuff.
Right.
And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, I can do whatever I want. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
That's just me. Yeah, okay. Like seriously, no one goes the speed limit anymore.
Right.
It's like
why would you?
It's 35 through 25 all the time now.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's been Western Avenue. That's been my entire life.
Yeah. No,
it's been 35 through 25.
Western Ave. Yeah. Well, also like like last week I was driving. There's a cop behind me, and I was like, Psh, I never speed. So then I went into my other lane to turn, and 2 lanes now.
Mm-hmm.
And the cop just like fucking buzzes by me.
Right.
Going like 10 over the speed limit.
Maybe he was going somewhere.
I was like, okay. No, he's not going anywhere. He's patrolling for speeders while he's speeding.
He's got to catch up to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, but that's what they do is they see you speeding. Then they get, like, have you been pulled over?
No.
Oh, they get right up behind your car, and you're like, what's this asshole doing? And then they turn the lights on, and they start, like, I think the siren that goes, woo, 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 they can, I think, press it, and it turns on. You'd have to ask a cop, but they don't just turn it on. They like to hit it a bunch of times.
They go,
and
whoop, whoop, whoop,
yeah,
whoop.
yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure they're just doing that with their hand.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah.
We should go buy an old. We should Blues Brothers it and just go buy an old cop car from like a state auction or something.
Yeah, because that's not illegal.
It's not. They did it in that movie.
Dude, there's actually this is somebody that I don't. This is a fantastic like conversation I was eavesdropping on. So I don't know any of these people, but like the conversation was like, oh yeah, like all I hear is like, oh yeah, yeah. He had an old police cruiser. He fixed it up. He used to go around pulling people over. And the other guy was like, you can get fucking arrested for doing that. And I was just like, that man is amazing. Like, they were like, yeah, he was like this hermit. He just lived in his house, didn't have any friends or nothing. And I was like, this guy sounds awesome. Like, he was some rich dude who just lived in a mansion.
Was it Frank Reynolds and Dennis Reynolds? Was Charlie undercover?
I don't know. It was that situation. But he would just, for fun,
did he get
just
free hot
pull
dogs?
people over. That's so sketchy, though.
Yeah, I mean.
But I mean, I want to know more. I want to know this guy because, like, what did he do when he pulled him over? Did he just drive off? Or
I mean,
did
if he wants to be on the
walk
podcast,
up
let's
and,
go.
Like, I don't know. He sounds crazy. He could be dead. Like I said, this is just a random conversation I was listening to.
When did you hear this? When was this?
Gosh, I want to say maybe like 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, I was gonna say that if it was like last week, he's probably not dead, but 3 or 4 months, a lot can happen in 3 or 4 months.
It was like they were reminiscing about stuff. It wasn't so. Yeah, they were like, remember that guy?
That's
sort of. It was
that's
that
not a
kind
good
of
sign.
situation.
It's
Yeah,
not a good sign for the
Yeah.
podcast.
but yeah, thought it was funny.
What were we talking about? Ghostbusters?
It was Ghostbusters, something like that, and then
I thought it
police
was pretty
cars.
good.
Then COVID. Nobody following rules anymore,
Right.
giving a shit.
Again, not many people followed the rules around here to begin with. I know it's different for you backcountry bumpkins, but
No, they don't follow the rules there either. Some guy tried
soakers.
to race me one time.
Awesome. Did you Marty McFly it? Where you went backwards and then swung around, which is arguably even more dangerous?
No, I some asshole kept slowing down in front of me, so I couldn't even like. I was like, what is going on? Like, we were on like 25, then like 15 miles per hour, then 30, then back
Maybe
to 25.
it was a school zone.
No, it was not a school zone. It was a guy. That's what they do. They slow down, and then I went to pass him, and then that's when he guns it. So
Right.
we're side by side going down the road to see like who stops first. And it was like, I don't want to do this. Like, this isn't fun for me. And then anyway, they backed off, and then I went in front of them.
Didn't get your rocks off?
No, just like destroying a like $20,000 piece of equipment, potentially destroying that, and then being completely screwed and not being able to get to work to pay for anything. That's not how I get my rocks off. Getting in a car accident's not how I get excited.
It's almost getting in a car accident. That's what gets your rocks off.
No.
Nobody wants to get in a car accident.
Then why even do something so stupid?
Because it's exciting. It's like doing meth.
I would rather do meth than drag race.
All right, if we can get a clean clip of that so that I can set that as a ringtone.
That's fine.
I would rather do meth, Jordan.
I'd rather do meth than a lot
2021.
of things. You just bump it, just don't smoke it and don't slam it, and then you're just dealing with nasal issues at that point.
Sure. And they've got those little
Still
sprays.
probably gonna have your
Probably a
sprays.
neti pot.
Yep.
Clean that right out.
Because I think if you snort meth, it doesn't destroy your teeth.
Sure.
Maybe it does. I don't know.
I don't know how the meth
It's also like
teeth interaction goes.
it's also full on like God, how do you make meth again?
You take Sudafed and then you do
Yes, yeah.
one thing to it.
And then what? You take all that shit out of matches and stuff
No,
like
I think
that,
it's
or
just Sudafed.
Sudafed?
I think Sudafed is one step away from meth. I'm not joking. I'm pretty confident that it's like you
don't
do
know.
one basic chemistry thing.
I think
you
I might
meth.
have to Google how to make meth tonight.
I mean,
meth
you can just
ingredients.
become a chemistry major and then you'll know how to make
I
meth.
mean, like, I've seen Breaking Bad,
Sure.
but I don't remember them buying all the crap to make meth.
I think you just need Sudafed.
Well, he needs a lot of it.
I think they get mad at you if you buy a lot of Sudafed.
That's why you got to get a bunch of smaller people to go around.
Yeah, you got to get like 15 little gremlins, hit 4 or 5 stores apiece. Then it's like the movie theater. Do not sell Sudafed to this man.
Yeah, and it's just like a toothless, like
you're
pale,
gonna get blacklisted from Sudafed.
Have you ever seen The Faces of Meth? Just look that up.
That sounds like the Simpsons gag where it's the big book of British smiles. Instead of dentist's office, it's just a bunch of people with fucked up teeth.
They might have been kind of parodying it. No,
Maybe.
It's like it'll be a picture of somebody like when they first like got hooked on meth, like their first charge.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the little jail photos there.
Mugshots is what they're
mugshot.
referred to.
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't
And
know.
then
You've
they'll
been
be
in
like,
Slammer a couple times.
No, I've never been in jail. I could have been arrested for stuff.
I'm just stoked that we're in jail.
Yeah, that was a funny part in the movie.
Yeah. Movie was just, I think it was better than pretty good. I think it was really good for what it was. I think compared to 2016 Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but I don't consider that to even be like a Ghostbusters movie. It's not really like.
I also like that they just skipped right over Ghostbusters.
Yeah, because it doesn't. It's not in the same. Like, what's the word? Right. Yeah, it's a kind of a standalone thing. Or a reboot or some crap.
Garbage. Trash is what it was.
I mean,
because we hate women on James and Jordan Talk to the Internet.
No.
Yeah. We do.
Why does that movie get brought up every single time? Like, I'm pretty much done with it. Like, I saw it in theaters, nobody laughed, and now I don't give a shit. And then they made another Ghostbusters movie that was like, it was good. You know, it was okay.
It's just sort of like
probably not gonna watch it again.
Standard, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you making this kind of movie?
Which one?
2016 Ghostbusters.
Oh, yes, very much so.
That's sort of like the best, the epitome of why the fuck are you making this movie? Nobody asked you to make this movie.
And then the new one's one that people wanted. I would say so.
I don't know if they wanted it. I just think that it's like
cleaned up for the other one.
It's gonna be like Indiana Jones 5 when it's the best Indiana Jones movie. When
Indiana
he travels
Jones
back
5.
in time.
Does he really?
Well,
What?
maybe. they're
He's time traveling now?
Potentially. We don't know what the MacGuffin is gonna be. We just know that there are shots of a stuntman wearing a young Harrison Ford mask, driving on a World War II era motorcycle,
Maybe
fucking
they
up
just
some
do,
Nazis.
like flashbacks.
It might just be flashbacks, but people have been saying that it might be time travel.
Well, let's see. They've done the Ark, and then
They've done 2 God ones.
had an alien one.
Yep.
What was the other god one? The Kali Ma
Voodoo.
guy.
They did Voodoo,
Right. Aliens.
right?
What was in the other one?
Holy Grail.
Oh yeah. All god stuff.
No,
The aliens. They were god.
Alien wasn't God.
Yeah, they were like the beings that knew everything.
I was gonna say that I wasn't in that movie, but if cut retake take 2.
Yeah.
That was I'm really looking forward to that movie. We should also go see that Morbius movie,
Which one?
the one with Jared Leto where he's a vampire.
No, that's gonna be. Well, actually, I kind of do want to see that.
It looks so stupid.
It was because it looks like a movie that's gonna be incredibly forgettable.
Yeah.
Like it's something that like.
What are you talking about? He flies in front of the train.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be.
Did you see that shit?
It's gonna
That
be a
was
movie
awesome.
for like 13-year-olds who don't know what a movie is, and
Right.
they're gonna enjoy it because there's gonna be swords and people fighting.
Do you not see his abs, Jordan? He's better than he's ever been. Look at his abs.
Oh, it was Jared Leto was in that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe it's gonna be really good.
Maybe.
Remember how Jared Leto didn't know that COVID was happening
No, I
because he was out on an island with his cult?
did not know that.
He's an interesting fellow.
He was in American Psycho.
Yes, he was. Who was he in that again?
The guy who gets axed.
Oh yeah.
Like John
No,
Huey
Alan.
Lewis in the news.
Yeah. And he's like, try getting a reservation at Dorsia now. Yeah, I love that movie.
It's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while. I should watch that again.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Did you know that Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be in that?
In American Psycho.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then a reporter was like, that's probably not a good idea. And he went, why? And she went, because your fan base is mostly young women. And this is a movie about a guy who murders young women.
He murders men, too.
Yeah, but he doesn't chase men with a chainsaw and then drop the chainsaw naked. down a thing.
But does he? I mean, the end of that movie, was that
he curb stomped that dog or whatever.
Yeah, he stomps a dog to death after he murders a homeless man.
It's a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Willem Dafoe's in that movie.
Yeah. What was he in that one?
He was the detective. Or the FBI guy. He comes in and he's talking to him.
William Dafoe. He's also in that. He's in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he is. I'm really excited for that.
But is he actually going to be in the suit, or is that just all CGI? Because that looked like CGI to me in the trailer.
He gets a new suit, people are saying.
Oh, sweet. Well, yeah, because he's not the same one that got killed.
Probably not the same one who got a goblin glider through his dick.
It's through his chest,
No,
right?
it's through his dick.
Part of it?
No, it's all his dick, because he grabs it, and then he slumps over on it.
I thought it was like lower.
No, it's like right in the dick.
Oh, so he just bled out through his dick.
And he goes, don't tell Harry.
That he got slammed in the dick by his Green Goblin thing?
Yeah. I mean, I would assume that would look pretty obvious to anybody.
What did they do with the body, though?
They put in it,
Oh, that's right, because he brought it back to the house.
Yeah. And he's like,
oh, yeah.
What have you done?
Yeah. I think, okay, I don't know how you would save that friendship. I think I might just kind of be like, I think eventually after a certain point, I would just be like, this has gone on way too long. Like, Harry, dude, like, your dad?
Kind of a dick.
He's Green Goblin, okay? I can prove it. Like, and I'm Spider-Man. Like, I think you would have to have that conversation. Like, why is he so loyal to friggin' Green Goblin? Like, why is he like, oh, my arch enemy just told me to,
Because he paid for their apartment.
Did he?
Yeah.
So he likes the Green Goblin?
I guess.
Or do you think he realized that he just...
I mean, did you see the shithole he moved into after that? I like the Green Goblin, too.
I liked his other apartment in the sequel. I thought it looked really nice.
There's also... this was pointed out to me. He has one of those photo booth, like 3 photo shots of Mary Jane in his mirror. Like way before they're dating.
Yeah, he's a creep.
He's a freak. He's a stalker.
He's a photographer.
He's a weirdo.
And he's probably taking pictures of her in his
a
spider
creeper.
uniform.
He's a creeper.
His little skin tight Spidey outfit.
She's pretty skin tight in the first one. She's not wearing a bra. She's not.
Well, how do you even notice this stuff?
Because it's in the rain.
People just like...
And you can very visibly see her nips poking through.
Wait, he has pictures of that? Of her in the rain?
No.
Okay, I was about to say. Because I was thinking it was like, he had like stills from that scene from the first one. When she's out in the rain, he's like, they do that kiss.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would they put that in the movie? That'd be fucking really weird. Yeah.
That's a good movie. Both of those are good movies. Then the third one's not very good.
The best one?
With Topher.
I didn't even like that movie when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Like, I was at the age where I should have been like, wow, this is so freaking cool, because all my other friends were, and I was like, guys, like, this movie sucked.
Yeah.
Like, everybody else was making fun of it, and I was, like, in the theater just talking through it, and that just made it even better. That was the best part. Like, this guy, like, he goes to dance, and this one guy in the audience is like, oh, yeah, you go, Peter. It's just like, they thought it was so cool. I was like, oh, my God.
Dig on this.
Oh, you go, Peter. And he's just, like, gets all emo.
Did I send you that, like, that behind-the-scenes commentary that a bunch of them did on that with Tobey Maguire and James Franco and Kirsten Dunst and Topher Grace and Sam Raimi? I think those are the only people in it. Where they're talking about that scene.
Sam Raimi?
Yeah.
The same guy who did the Batman stuff? Or no, that's Schumacher.
What?
No.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I know. I was thinking like I don't know.
You were having a stroke or something.
No, I was thinking bad movie, and then I immediately thought of the
9.2%.
The Batman movies that were bad, and thought they were the same director.
They're not.
That's my thought process.
There's an episode of Batman the Animated Series. This was after they did their redesign, so I think it's technically the new Batman Adventures. It's the one that looks different than any of the other ones. And there's an episode where all the kids are walking through and they're telling stories about Batman and who Batman really is. And one kid's like, "Oh man, my uncle was a guard at a music museum. He says Batman's a really nice guy." And it's sort of like the 50s version of Batman, where it's super campy and ridiculous. And then after that section of the story gets done, the girl's like, "Nah, that you've got it all wrong. First of all, Batman's really, really old, like 50. And Robin is a girl." And then it's the Dark Knight Returns version of Batman, voiced by Michael Ironside, actually, I think.
I completely was not listening to anything you just said. You don't have to repeat yourself. I just
good, because I'm not going
completely zoned out there.
But then can't wait to see what that looks like on film, as it were. And then they get up to, there's this other kid who's just sort of, they're walking around town and like 8 o'clock or whatever, fucking around because they're kids. And this one kid, they see this one kid is just like doing shit. And they're walking around and he says, "I think that Batman's fabulous. That tight leather suit." And he's going on about this.
Didn't we watch this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the kid's like, all the other kids are like, "Shut up, Joel, you ruined everything." In reference to Joel Schumacher.
Oh yeah, I remember it. Yeah, no, we watched that.
It's a good episode. I'm really excited for that next one that's coming out. With all the original, with Bruce Timm. And
yeah, I don't know. I don't watch that stuff.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
New anime
for
series.
you.
We should also talk about BuzzFeed Unsolved.
What about it?
Did you ever watch any of those videos? I think I've sent a couple of them.
I've seen some.
They just did their last episode.
And then
Friday.
They broke up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think the two dudes are leaving BuzzFeed, so they.
Oh, I wonder why.
Why?
Isn't BuzzFeed like you just do a bunch of like ridiculous like fake news shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. That was the only show I ever watched on there.
That one was good.
And then I watched the one where they went around and they tried the different food at different price points. It's like, here's a $1 hot dog.
Oh yeah.
And here's a $150 hot dog.
See, I see stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't know. I haven't watched them. I never clicked on them, but maybe I can't really have an opinion. I just think it's like, I just see like that thumbnail, and then I'm just like, there's somebody who's like some little kid that like didn't go to bed with dinner tonight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think that immediately, so I never click on those. But like, are they?
It's
any
really
good?
funny.
Are they?
I think that
I'll check it out.
Those videos are really funny. Because it's just like they're driving around and the one guy's like, "This is fucking stupid."
They don't just buy the food and like bring it like side by side.
No, they go and they buy like a 50-cent hot dog from a street cart in New York. And then they talk to the guy who's running the street cart. And he's like, "Yeah, I make hot dogs. What do you want from me?" And then they go to the medium price range where it's like a hot dog in a sit-down restaurant. And
is that even a thing?
Yeah. Sure.
I've never heard of anybody ordering a hot dog in a sit-down restaurant.
You've never been to a sit-down restaurant with a 5-year-old?
Oh, that's true. Oh, kids menu. Well, no, like, so what do they eat once they get to like the most expensive hot dog?
And then it's like we took a hot dog bun and we plated it and we did gold foil all over it. And we injected the hot dog with caviar. And it's made out of Wagyu beef.
That sounds disgusting.
It's fucking weird.
That sounds really, really disgusting.
And then they eat it and they're like,
yeah. That's like,
was this worth the money? Usually it's a no.
Yeah, well, have you ever seen the world's most expensive pizza? Got like lobster all over it and caviar. And
Isn't it made out of
gold
like black
and, like,
squid ink dough or whatever?
I don't know. I think there's like gold on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's also the world's most expensive dessert. Got gold in it.
Yeah.
Like
everything's got gold in it.
Why do you want to eat the gold?
I don't know.
Like, Goldschlager. Money. Is that actual gold in the Goldschlager?
I think it is. I've never had Goldschlager. What is it?
It's a Goldschlager. It's got all this crap.
I know, but like, is it a vodka? What is it?
I think it's a rum. Or is a Schlager a thing? I don't know. I always thought it was like a rum. I don't know. Look it up.
Well, don't do that. We don't want to ruin the illusion that we don't know anything.
Well, I do know everything. I think I don't know. Goldschlager. I've only ever seen it once in a store, and a clearly underage teenage boy was buying it with a clearly fake ID. I think he might have known the woman who owns the store.
Sure.
That's the vibe I was getting.
That's how you do it.
But that's still not legal.
Right. It's actually probably more illegal.
Oh, for her?
Yeah.
Oh, because then it's like,
child endangerment or whatever.
I mean, he there was no way this guy was like 21.
Maybe he was.
And nobody over the age, like nobody buys Goldschlager unless you're like a stupid teenager.
We should buy
The only times I've ever seen it was because my friend was like, check this out, man, Goldschlager. And it's like, no one is an adult. It's like, I could really go for a glass of Goldschlager.
You're sitting there in your suit in your Wall Street penthouse, swirling around the Goldschlager in your $2,000 tumbler.
Well, also, like, you're not going to be able to afford this if you're, in high school.
How much is it?
No, I mean, it's like, it's not, I mean, you're saying it was like, oh, fancy, like.
Well, I was saying, yeah. I was making a joke again.
Right.
I was doing that. Sometimes we do that on this show. What's the rundown?
I mean, like $20. $20 to $40.
We should go get some Goldschlager.
Oh, I think it says we can.
This is riveting for the audio listeners.
This is awful. Yeah. No, never tried it. Actually, I think I have tried it. I think I had some at the party that I was at that I saw some.
Cool.
Yeah.
Was it good?
I don't remember it being good.
Sounds like we have to try it.
Yeah.
I feel like Goldschlager is kind of infamous for being...
It's because it was in that movie.
What movie?
What is it? Superbad?
Is that the one with McLovin where he goes to buy stuff? He gets a fake ID and he's like 27 and they're all making fun of him for... He's like, why don't you just put it at 21? It's like, because everybody puts it at 21.
Yeah, he's like 30 or something.
He's 27 from Hawaii.
Yeah, and then the police like know that it's just BS, but they're like just they're not satisfied with what they've become in life. They were like,
I haven't seen that movie. I've just seen some clips. One of Jonah Hill's and the other guy, Michael Cera.
Yep.
We should hang out with Michael Cera. He seems like a cool guy to hang out with.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love to hang out with us.
Seems like a pretty cool guy.
You
just hang out, play some Mario Kart?
He's busy.
No, what's he doing?
Probably doing
another season of Arrested Development. That was a really
that's
long,
where we end
that was a really long silence. We probably should end it.
Yeah. We need to go star hunting.
Oh wait, I want to talk about DART. That was the Double Asteroid Redirect test. That launched on a SpaceX Falcon 9 the other day, and it's going towards a pair of an asteroid that's orbiting another asteroid. It's gonna smash into it, change its orbit.
And is this so in the future when we're
this
gonna
is a
get
test
when
to
we're gonna get hit by an asteroid?
Yeah, this
they
is
can
a
bash
test.
it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if we can do that.
Cool.
It is cool.
See, I watched a documentary about that like years ago when I was like 15 or something.
Was it called Armageddon?
So no, it
what
was
about
not.
Deep Impact?
But it did have, oddly, in the credits, it did play Aerosmith.
They were really
this was
trying
on,
to tie
this
it
was
in.
on like National Geographic. You know,
That's
it was
awesome.
a weird one, but yeah. But no, they had all their stuff like what we would do, stuff people were thinking of doing.
Right.
But it's cool that now people are actually doing it.
Yeah,
it's cool to see that. Like one of them was like this little thing that would go around like shoot it with a laser or something dumb like that.
That's actually not that dumb. I hate to dampen your sales there, but shooting a laser at an asteroid.
They would just tap it as it would rotate in a certain position until it wasn't going to destroy Earth.
I assume that what it was actually, the plan actually was to shoot a laser at it, and that would evaporate ice.
No, they're trying to push it,
causing the ice to go poof, and then that in turn would
possibly
push the asteroid in the opposite direction because of Newtonian physics.
I don't know. I watched this when I was like 15 or 16, so I don't really exactly remember it so well. But I liked it.
Sure, cool.
Yeah.
Also, we got a little Ryan Reynolds here. I got this in the mail.
For Christmas.
Yeah, it came with a Christmas card of Ryan Reynolds. Thank you, Ryan. I know you're listening.
Thank you, buddy.
We're gonna cherish this forever. It's gonna be like our little buddy on the pod. It's gonna be a little mascot. Of the podcast.
He can come. What's he got? A little drink in his hand?
Yeah, he's
a little cell phone.
Yeah, because I use Mint Mobile.
Because he's
that
Deadpool?
thing that I
Deadpool.
What? Huh? What?
He's Deadpool, right?
He is Deadpool. Yeah.
And he does cell phone commercials.
Yeah. For Mint Mobile, the cellular service that I use.
Yeah.
I ever tell you that one time where I got a voicemail from Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, you played it for me.
I was so confused. I woke up from like a 4-hour nap to that.
Ryan Reynolds.
I was like, what the fuck is Ryan Reynolds calling me?
Yeah.
We really should end this though. So
okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jordan Wave. Goodbye.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
What do I do with my feet?